Welcome to Bed Crime Stories podcast. I'm your host, T, and I hope you're having a great day. I want to share an article that I found on ustimetoday.com, and the title of the article is Murdered Debbie Collier's Daughter Has a History of Arrests, Including Fights with Friends. Let me read a portion of this article to you. The daughter of murdered Georgia mother Debbie Collier has a criminal record that includes an arrest for assault, a prison sentence for faking a drug test, and a falling out with her friends, according to court documents. Amanda Bearden, 36, has had a series of encounters with law enforcement in Athens, Georgia, most recently over a domestic incident that occurred in May of 2021. Bearden claimed that her boyfriend, Andrew Tyler Geigerich, broke into her home, yelled at her, and assaulted her, showing bruises to police on her shoulders and arms, according to a police report obtained by the Post. However, Athens Clarke County police officers discovered that the couple lived together and arrested Amanda Bearden for misrepresenting a robbery. Geigerich was also arrested and hit with various charges, including battery. Documents on his case state Geigerich and Bearden have a violent family relationship. Geigerich was sentenced to prison on condition that he stay away from Bearden and take courses on DV. According to online court filings, Bearden's case appears to be ongoing. Now, according to this article, it's saying that the couple now appear to be back together and they're living in the same house. But I believe that's the house that Amanda just left, and now she was moving to Athens. I'm not sure. Geigerich spoke to a reporter from the Post on Thursday and said police had confiscated his and Bearden's phones. Bleeding, the police have interrogated us all. The people who are closest are somehow considered suspects at this time, end quote. There's no indication that Bearden or Geigerich were involved in Collier's disappearance and death, and police have not yet named any suspects or persons of interest or a motive. And let's also keep in mind that Amanda Bearden was the person who sounded the alarm on September 10th after her 59-year-old mother disappeared and sent that Venmo with the message, "They won't let me go, love you," etc. Now, according to this article, in an emotional interview, Amanda Bearden expressed her sadness at the loss of her mother, telling CBS 46, "Somebody took my whole world from me, and she was a beautiful, kind, giving woman, and she didn't deserve any of that. I want to justice for my mother." It was kind of written like that with that weird pause there. Bearden said she last saw her mother the day before she disappeared. But again, Amanda Bearden has a long arrest record. In 2008 and 2012, she was arrested for arguing with her friends. The 2008 charges were dropped after she completed a pre-trial intervention program. In the latter case, she was charged with assault, simple assault, disorderly conduct, and criminal trespassing. It appears that she had an incident with her boyfriend wherein she broke his video game, and then officers noticed marks on his chest and back and handprints on both arms. And apparently Amanda Bearden admitted the altercation was entirely her fault. She pled guilty to the disorderly conduct charge, and the other charges were dismissed in November of 2012. So it sort of sounds like that might have been a plea deal. And it earned her a 12-month probation orders to attend anger management classes, and no contact with her boyfriend. But in 2013, Amanda, who was then 27, broke her probation after attempting to provide a fraudulent sample to a drug testing lab, and she was sentenced to 30 days in prison for that. And it's unclear how much time she spent in detention. Now, according to this article, the house that Bearden lives in is owned by her stepfather, and she's lived in it on and off for a number of years. She is also believed to have a good relationship with her mother, according to this article, and stepfather, who have supported her through her legal troubles. And they describe Debbie and Stephen Collier's home as being on a quiet street. However, that neighbor that I talked about in a previous video said they heard a commotion the night before Debbie disappeared, although it's unclear who exactly was involved. So it's clear that Debbie Collier and her husband, who would be Amanda's stepfather, were definitely dealing with a grown adult child who had a lot of problems, possibly due to drug issues. I'm not sure, but that would explain why she was trying to share a fraudulent sample at a drug testing location. So all I can say is it's sounding like there was a lot of trouble between the parents, the daughter, and then the daughter also had issues with her boyfriend. Of course, none of that means that she had anything to do with her mother's death. Time will tell, and everybody is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. If you want to read that article for yourself, go to ustimetoday.com. Look for the title, Murdered Debbie Collier's Daughter Has a History of Arrests, Including Fights with Friends. And that article was written by Jaclyn Diaz and posted a week ago. That's all for now. Please hit that like button, leave me a comment, and subscribe.